Previously on Survivor Foggy Bog, Meredith single-handedly won immunity for the Black Tribe. The Black and Orange tribes clashed over the buried hidden immunity idol. During the conflict and negotiations, Justin stole the idol clue from one of the Orange Tribe members, which caused Tim to label Justin as target number 1. The Orange Tribe found the buried idol and agreed to let the eliminated player choose who owned it. After Lucy was voted out for being too soft-spoken, she decided to give the idol to Tristan. At the Green Tribe's tribal council, Laura admitted that she did the worst in the challenge, and was voted out because of it.
So, how do you feel?
I really sold the shit out of that. I really did. I told her I enjoyed her company, which I do. I felt really bad, like, voting her off. I didn't want to vote her off. You're so short. That's so sad. But, I really enjoy Lucy, and I'm sad that she had to be the first to go again.
Is that I'm definitely going to form an alliance with Tristan. First off, because I feel like we have been meshing pretty well, and he has an idol now, so I feel like that kind of power is really valuable. And he's also been playing the game pretty well too. He's been taking a little lesser part in the group, but he's been playing his cards right. He hasn't been making any trouble, and I think he'd be a good, I hate to say this, but he'd be a good person to convince to do things, if that makes sense. Not that he's easily manipulated, but I feel like he's a trusting person, and I appreciate trust within alliances. So that's what I'm thinking right now. That's what
we were talking about how we need to, we're hoping to be able to keep this, 5 strong as long as we can.
The big 5. Yes.
And we were talking about, merge happens. I suggested, I was like, okay, we need to try and, because we were, trying to figure out, okay, who's our, like, who are the leaders? Like, who are we?
Who else is scheming?
Yeah.
Kind
who
of
else
thing.
is?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
any other teams.
Right. And one of the names that came up was Noah, because I know Noah is a leader in general, and Seth
and that was
said how he's kind of black team, right? He's kind of leading black
team. And
team.
whenever, if you kind of scoped it out just a little bit, that's something that I kind of tried to do is look out a little bit more and just noticing not only did he perform well in his individual competitions, but he really did, lead people and kind of direct everything. So, that being said, I'm not saying that that's why, but that is just a detail that tells us that he's going to kind of scheme like this. And
Right.
he's going to try to get together a group.
So
that's just somebody we need to look out for.
What we're going to keep in mind from now until merge happens, we're gonna try and get an inside person, whether that be hopefully one of us that we can trust and be like, okay,
One of the big
let us
5,
know
yes.
what's going on, and if there's a move that needs to be made, we need to know.
It's likely because one of us is going to be on his side, and one of us can approach him, and we can even, we could even get, kind of sketchy with it, and one of us can actively approach him. And I'm willing. I had a conversation with him before. He likes me. We were like, man, let's hope we're on the same team. So we are kind of in cahoots. So if him and I do end up on the same team, that's something I'm perfectly fine with doing.
Okay.
Is letting him know, look, let's get something going, and then kind of reporting back to you guys.
Although it may seem my team is struggling, I think we're finally starting to talk some strategy, and I think if the 5 of us, so me, Seth, Alexis, Savannah, and Seth, can hold us 5 together, I think we have a little like alliance thing going on. But I kind of involuntarily got pulled into 2 like not necessarily secret alliances, but like alliances with 2 sides of my team. I got Savannah and Alexis with me, which I think in the long run would be more beneficial for me, because I sense a bit of a stronger strategic player in both of them. And then I also have Seth and Ian, and because Seth kind of insinuated the 3 of us, so I'm kind of like I want to try and be like, I guess I'm kind of like the middleman in between. There's nothing really that's going to go on right now because we're still on teams, but I think that me, Savannah, and Alexis could go somewhere and do something. So I'm feeling fairly comfortable. I mean, as comfortable as you can feel in Survivor. I think that however this next challenge goes will kind of define where this game is going to go, as far as for my team and how the game is going to pan out. So
This challenge will have 3 portions to it. First, you will have 1 caller. All the other teammates will be blindfolded. Your caller will be guiding your team members to grab one piece from each pile of pieces in this hilly bog. Okay? So your caller guides you to get all those pieces. Once that you have all of the pieces, you will remove your blindfolds, which are your buffs, and you will start phase 2. Phase 2 involves these wooden poles.
Wooden?
2 team members will go at once. You'll each hold one, and you will use them like chopsticks to lift your dodgeball and carry it all the way over to your team's bucket. Okay? No more.
Oh,
Okay. So your first group, you have to do it 3 times. Your first group goes up to the first paint marking. Your second group has to go further back to the second paint marking. Black team, can you see this? Yep. And your third group is all the way in the back. Okay? So since 5 people will be participating, 1 person will need to go twice. Okay? Once that you get it in the bucket the 3rd time, I'll give you your last puzzle piece. And then you have to use all of your puzzle pieces to create a cube.
we do that as a team, right?
You do that as a team.
oh, it's as a team.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Okay? And only 1 team will win immunity, and 2 teams are voting someone out. Okay? If you would like to sabotage your team for a little more time, I'll be putting this bin further behind the bucket. If there's a pair that puts it in the bucket, you'll both be safe at Tribal Council. Okay? Only 1 pair per team can do it. Okay? And it counts as a bucket drop.
I believe in my team. We've been working well together so far, and I'm sad that I had to sit out, but I feel like it would be the best thing for our team.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
How do you feel about sitting out?
I'm not bothered by it because it just means that we're better than all the other teams, and like they were just so much like they were just not as good as us, and like we just needed to be brought down like near. I'm sorry.
Think to your right more? Okay, you're good.
No,
Alexis, to your left a little bit. Alexis, to your left.
Left down.
Maddie,
Left
right.
down.
Freeze,
I
right.
want to run. No, right there, no. Right there, no, let's go. Hey, to your left. Left. No.
Victoria, where do I go?
Forward. No, left. To your left.
Oh, and you're right.
Yeah, you got it.
Run, Tim, let's go.
You got it. You can sprint. You're right here.
When you sit. Keep going.
Keep going in that direction.
That's 3.
Will they go 3 for 3? Alright, good.
Bring it back.
Yeah, bring it back.
Yeah, Ian, that's why I was going
Good. Oh, yes, go.
No, need the ball. You need the ball.
You need the ball.
on. Come on, guys. Come on. Right there. Hey, it's a strategy. Keep it up, keep it up. Come on, we got it. There you go. What do we do?
We got this. Communication is everything. All right. There we go.
That's it.
Money.
Black is clear.
No, because this. And this. And okay, stop. Take everything apart. Okay.
Okay. Then. Okay. Yeah. Where? Do you see it? No.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Almost. You were like, no, that's not it. I was like, darn it! Because I didn't see the space there.
Like, I mean, do we go off of performance because everybody kind of performed? I mean, well enough.
Yeah, because we were in last for the first section, but like I was blindfolded. I don't have it.
It's like, yeah. I mean, who's control? I mean, I was talking it out, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like we had miscommunication from the beginning because Nick came back. You know,
Yeah.
Nick had to get a second piece.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I don't want to put it on Nick either. So, I mean, I'm just waiting until we can get into all five talk.
I don't even know who the weakest link could be. Damn. We were so close. You know, maybe Savannah. I don't know.
I feel like Savannah, when it comes to potential, I feel like Savannah would be a weaker link, if anything. Because I mean, whenever we were discussing skills, she would be but I mean, we'll see whenever we switch. We'll talk it out.
Yeah, you were so serious. Go for it.
So what are we doing?
Speak up, they can't hear you.
Okay. He said he was a master at puzzles, and he didn't help at all.
prove that.
He
And
didn't
he had
help
time
at
to
all.
look at the puzzle. He had time to look at the puzzle.
Yeah, while y'all were doing the chopsticks, we told Ian, look at the puzzle, and he was just standing there and like didn't look at it. And we
And
were
there were
like,
other teams
figure
like,
it out.
Yeah, there were other teams like playing with the puzzle while their other team was like doing their thing. That's what we should
We
have done.
told him to do that. And he was standing there and he was like watching y'all, and we're like, don't worry about them. Look at the puzzle.
You have to look at that puzzle. And like, you could have had your hands on it. Like, you could have been putting it together while they were doing it.
It's true. Okay.
I just feel like he kind of dropped the ball on it.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine with me.
Because we all did our part. Like, if I had to choose between us, I couldn't. Because we all did our part. But Ian was really confident in puzzles. And then he kind of didn't even...
And it's kind of fell apart.
Exactly.
It's like,
It was like he stopped trying. He stood up and was watching.
yeah, because
He was
I had
standing up.
done it before. It's just been so long since I've done it.
No, yeah,
I
he
didn't
stood
know.
up.
So,
And like,
God, that's frustrating.
yeah, I felt like he gave up.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, once the other team started doing that puzzle, I feel like he kind of gave up.
Like Savannah, at least throughout Savannah's game, just because she seems like she might be the weakest link if there is one. But
It's so hard.
I know,
now. Like, we
I know.
really don't know.
I
Like,
know.
it's so hard.
like I guess I had to name one. I think I'd name her, but
For sure, yeah. We did pretty well. I just really don't know.
yeah, and it's like there's not
It's
much you
so-
can base
it's
off of this
so
competition
hard.
because like
It's
it was
so
all like
hard.
group all at once, and like I think like
Exactly.
it was
Exactly.
everyone's fault if it was anyone's. So.
Yeah, and like that challenge, we did super well as a team. We had mentioned you a couple of times, just based on like it was before. Like, it's just so hard. Like,
Yeah, I
we
know.
have all like a specific skill set, and if you don't excel at your skill set, it's like the whole team like suffers. And I know it's not like completely your fault that like you didn't get the puzzle right, because you know like we're all like working as a team here. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a tough choice. It's gonna be down to the wire. It's gonna be like a 3/4 like vote. It's gonna be, or not even that. It's probably gonna be like 50-50 or whatever it's gonna be. It's like 75-25. There we go. It's gonna be really hard. But yeah.
So what's up?
What would y'all think?
Yeah,
What are you guys thinking?
What did y'all talk about?
We were just talking about mainly potential, and because we can't really, because I mean the first and foremost that I feel like when it comes to this situation, and I'm going to mention this whenever we get L5, and like from a lot of experience in debate, the first thing that like you do in a debate is you define like what you're trying to do. So I feel like what we need to do here is define why we would be kicking someone off, and I feel like we can't really go off of performance, because on last round, I mean, there wasn't really a performance that got us going. We would just be by the by team, unless there was something that
here's what.
So when y'all two were on chopsticks,
When it was me and you.
the other teams were holding their puzzle and working it out, like getting them, not putting it together, but looking at them and being like, these two, and we looked at Ethan and we were like, start putting the puzzle together, like start picking it up and do it, and he didn't. He went up to the puzzle, looked at it, and was like, what? And we were like, start, yeah. Well,
And then while we were trying to, like playing with the pieces, moving things around.
And just kind of gave up.
That's kind of, I mean, yeah, and I saw that, and I thought he was supposed to be the puzzle guy. So that's the conversation that I was getting to. Like, it comes down, we have to define why we're kicking off, because we can't do performance, so I feel like potential, and it goes back to the conversation we had, what skills everybody kind of brings to the table. And he kind of brought to the table, he said puzzles and math, that kind of thing. But it's kind of like whenever it came down to it, that was literally his skill set, what he was supposed to do, and he backed off, and you were doing everything. And it's like you're supposed to be the more physical,
like, even us, like me and Alexis, we were picking up the pieces, trying to put them, and he just stood up.
It's like he was just looking at it, and it's like I understand he might have been thinking about it, but he wasn't active in it. And it's like the skill set that he said he brought to the table, he hadn't brought it. So I feel like,
and even when y'all were on the chopsticks and we told him to look at it and like try, he didn't try.
I can't. I mean, and then in future situations, how can we be sure that he's gonna, live up exactly? Because he didn't live up to his word whenever he said he can handle the puzzles. Like the last two sections, because he said the first section he said I can do that. The second section he said I had it in my mind. But when the third section, when the time came to act,
like when he wasn't picking up, me and Alexis picked up some pieces and was like at least trying
to figure it out. Yeah.
Okay, so if we all three right now agree vote for Ian, we're all three safe.
Exactly.
And then I think Alexis is on board.
She's
okay.
on board.
So I'm on board with that too.
Okay.
So that's all. We're just gonna get Ian.
Alright, we gotta start winning. I feel like the next round, since we're only gonna have 4 people, they're gonna have to merge us into 2 or 1. And if that's the case, then we just have to stick together in whatever team we get put on.
We have to, yes.
And hopefully at least some of us will be on the same team.
Exactly.
Man, we were so close.
We were so
I know, and we were doing actually really
we
well.
Were so close.
And I mean, especially with the chopsticks, guys, we did so well with that.
I feel like that proved like we're getting momentum. Like we have
we did the best in the chopsticks. We were the first to the puzzle. We had at least 10 to 15 seconds on the black team. And I mean, that sounds like a lot saying it, but we had a lot of time on them.
It was like the last piece of the puzzle that we were just not getting.
We're kind of getting to see the black team's weakness.
Yeah.
Because like when they were having the chopsticks, I was
they were
watching them and they weren't communicating.
Yeah, they
not
weren't.
at all.
So I was about to say, so they probably have like a brute skill if it comes to that.
I
You know, I was
feel
gonna say
like-
someone that's good at puzzles, someone that's good at this.
Yeah.
But when it comes to cooperation and teamwork, I don't think there is a line.
That's what I was about to say. They probably have too many leaders.
Yep.
Yes.
Too many people trying to be like.
And see, it's good in the sense that these are people that have certain skills in the puzzle and the throwing and stuff like that, but these people are cohesive.
Exactly.
And so, and I feel like to say that, I feel like we really are beginning to bounce those skills off.
Yeah,
that
for
one was
sure.
just unfortunate in the end.
I feel like,
to
and
that.
we also know that like it has to be hard on us because so far we've been so honest.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
like,
and
hey,
it's like now we have to go
but
be
this is
snakes.
kind of like up in
It's
the
part of the
air.
game.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
All these snakes in the grass that I never learned.
All these things.
All these.
But yeah, so I feel like it's
It is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, we're also it's just a game.
Just a game.
Just $1 million.
the good thing is that if like we make it to merge, then the black and orange team are already having
They're already clashing.
issues
yeah.
because of the idol. So we're kind of like, hey,
We're having an
who
advantage.
needs votes? We could like, I feel like they're gonna start picking us,
Yep.
being like, hey, we could get them to try to get the other team.
Because-
on.
Exactly.
So we're gonna have a leg
So
up.
that's a good
And I
thing.
feel like if we stick together and some of us go with one team and some of us go with the
We're
other,
gonna be unstoppable.
we'll completely
Exactly.
own
The game.
all of the social games.
Oh, for sure.
Hello, Green Team. Welcome to your 3rd tribal council in a row.
Thank you.
Alexis, damn. Wow. Where is your morale at?
My morale. What do you mean?
Huh?
My morale.
Like spirit.
Oh,
Where are your spirits?
this is so sad. Because we worked so well as a team, and now we're having to really just go off of like little tiny nitpicky things for each tribe we come to. So I'm still a green team all the way. I think we can take it home. We have some strategies. We're here to win.
Savannah. So, what goes into deciding who to vote for?
I feel like this is the first one where it's up in the air. We usually are really open and honest with like, hey, this is why we're voting you out. But this one we kind of just dissected what we did in the challenge, and it's like up in the air.
Yeah, we're like a
didn't
jury.
say who we voted for or who we're thinking about, because honestly it's just who we're gonna feel at the time. And it's really hard because I feel like we're all so good together that having to pick one off because we didn't get first is going to be rough, because we were pretty certain that we were going to get second. But yeah, this is going to be a tough one.
And Ian, if you had to predict where the voting lines would be, where do you think you stand?
I feel a little in danger at this time. Yeah, just a little bit.
Is there anything you would like to say to potentially save yourself?
I think I have like many assets that I know I've not been able to show, especially since I didn't even get to participate in the in the second challenge. But I know I have like a lot left to show. So I'm just hoping this isn't good.
I will sadly be voting for Ian because he didn't prove himself in the puzzles like he said he was, and he kind of just dropped the ball on us and stood up and let us do it when he said he was the master. I'm sorry, Ian. I wish you nothing but the best, friend.
I'm gonna vote for Savannah.
Is there a certain reason?
I think if I had to name one, she'd be the weakest link in our team. And yeah, pretty much.
How do you think you'll stand in the next few votes with this tribe? Going south?
So the thing is with our tribe is that we're very oriented and centered on the challenges. So it actually depends on how well you perform and how well you match up to what you say in the challenges.
Before I read the votes, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now is the time to do so.
I have nothing. No time.
All right, I'll read the votes.
First
vote.
You're all
Ian. One vote, Ian. Next vote, Savannah. That's one vote, Ian. One vote, Savannah. Next vote, Ian. That's two votes, Ian. One vote, Savannah. Next vote. The person voted out of Survivor, Foggy Bog, is Ian. I'm sorry, Ian, but you have been voted out. Come with me. Ian, the tribe has spoken. Thank you for playing.
Who do we vote off? Because it's like, do you go with like, let's vote the weak one off because it helps the tribe as a whole, or do you vote the strong one off because it helps you later on in the game?
Well, I feel like I was trying to play to my strengths. Like I feel like I did pretty good in that relay challenge, and I knew this was not like my challenge, so I sat out because I didn't want to jeopardize if someone.
It was easy. Yeah, it was easy.
And then
it just got harder.
as far as even like the call outs, like I thought it was a bad idea to send out everyone because I was walking in a straight line like way past where I was supposed to be going without any directions.
I don't think
She
didn't do a good job of calling.
Yeah.
She was just watching.
Well, she seems very gung ho about everything, and I don't know if I'm into it or anything.
Hey, Tristan.
Who?
Just the only thing is he has the idol, and I think he knows that that's coming.
Yeah, that's why I don't think we should vote for him, because it's going to waste a thing and we're going to have to vote again.
Well, I think
Because he was already voted. He had a few votes last time, and Taylor didn't read them all. So Tristan had a few names.
I can read the names, but like,
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
like,
The fact that he sat out of the challenge.
and it just something that pissed me off was when we were all working to like find that
Find the
goal or
line.
whatever. Like, you know, like I had the map. I was like reading out loud, trying to get everyone. The rope, Grace
Yeah,
was
Grace
like
was-
trying to solve it, and y'all were like.
And me and Victoria were following the ropes, tying them around.
You were doing the ropes, and then Noah and I were digging, but it was like Tristan was just like making jokes the entire time and like not contributing anything. So that's when I was like, okay.
Yeah, so we were talking about voting on Tristan.
That's what I was thinking too, and I think he knows it's coming.
Exactly.
Just because he was the only other person that got voted.
Exactly.
But he also has the immunity, and I think he knows that. So is it worth wasting?
No, so we need to make him think, though.
So then who do we vote off instead?
That's what we're thinking. We're going to see who he is thinking.
That's
we'll be
smart.
like, I'm
Okay.
thinking the same thing. And just play. So we're waiting to see who he says. So you're saying Victoria, right? It's your vote.
If that's what everyone else is doing,
I
don't want to go against the herd here. I really
No.
I get that reasoning and I understand that reasoning. I agree with that reasoning. So,
Well, then who do you want?
like at this point, I would say Victoria because she has definitely like been very adamant about everything that she's wanting to do.
I say we vote Tristan. That way, if the idol gets used, it gets used. If not, he's still off. That way, and then if something happens, Tristan uses the idol, he's still in for this round, then
Then who do we vote the next round?
well, if he's still in this round, next round we vote him off.
Okay, but we
Same
have to vote
like
again
that.
if he uses the idol. Then who we're gonna vote for?
Well, who do we think is the weakest link?
All you have to do,
Because right now we're still
all
on
you have to
tribe.
do, if you want to vote for him and flush the idol, 4 people vote for him, and 1 person vote for somebody else, and that way his vote will counteract somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That way he doesn't have all the power. Because if we all just vote for him and he plays the idol, whoever he votes for is out.
Wait, what?
That's how it works.
Yeah. So like, if we all vote for him and he plays the idol, his vote's the only vote that's gonna count.
Well, I think what's gonna happen is he's gonna vote Walter off. Because Walter was really secretive the first time, like when he was talking to him and then he was talking to me.
Well then, if you want to save Walter, then just have somebody else vote for. Just throw another vote that way. Walter's
We have
vote
to
and
like
his vote
make
count.
sure though that everyone's gonna write Tristan except for.
I think that's what would happen.
Okay, but then we have to write somebody else because we don't want Walter. So then I'd write what's Noah or you. Like we have to like have one person because we know Tristan's not gonna vote for himself.
That's the only problem. Because here's the thing: you have the idol right now. We both have an idol, but I'm not gonna use it this
I
early
don't know why I
on.
need to be in this conversation then.
Well, it's not because of the idols, but I'm trying to figure out like who are the likely candidates. Like if you've heard your name or for all of our names, then we're all up on the block.
Right.
But-
And it's just terrifying because like I don't want to waste my idol.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to.
Get out because that's your savior if you get voted
Right.
for.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I know you will.
And I don't want to. I think there's always a target on the person that sits out, but
Well,
I-
see,
I
you
did-
think
I-
that,
I-
but
I
last
did
time
well.
Gracie sat out. Or sorry, I
It
keep
is
calling
okay.
Gracie. Grace, I'm sorry.
I did really well in that relay. I
You
think
did,
I think
I
I
know.
pulled my weight. And in this one, that block challenge, that picking up blocks blindfold, whatever was whatever. And then I knew I wasn't good at the
Yeah.
chopsticks. And
Which is smart. That's
Walter and
smart
Tim
playing.
said they liked the chopsticks. So I was like, okay, well then y'all can do the chopsticks.
Well, see, here's the thing: if you use your idol, whoever you
talk quieter. I honestly feel like they can hear us.
they probably can. I'm so loud. I'm sorry. That's why I was the one calling. If you use the idol, then whoever you vote for, like say you're the one who everyone votes for or something, and you have the most votes, then you use the idol. Whoever you voted for, that's who's out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
If everyone voted for me.
yeah. See, that's the only thing. That's why I don't want to use mine
So then
yet
who do you want to
either.
vote out? Because we can do that, and then your
And
vote
then
would be.
and then you save your idol because you hold the power this round. Because I know I'm not using my idol. It's too early on, and if I get voted out, then I get voted out. I give my idol to someone else. Then I go home and get out of these shoes. So like, it's a win-win for me.
Should I really get to go home?
It shouldn't be this hard this early on.
I know. Well, I think we have a team that meshes well. Everyone gets along. That's what makes it difficult.
At this point, there are only 2 names that are being thrown out, as far as I know.
Hi, so Tristan.
Victoria and Tristan. If use Victoria as a pawn and eliminate Tristan.
Here's what's gonna happen. Let's say they all vote for Tristan. His idol cancels all those out, and then his vote is the only vote that eliminates somebody.
So you're just
So here's what I'm saying. I don't mind Victoria being eliminated because I know she's gonna try to fight like this kind of alliance that we're making.
Exactly.
And also
later
the thing
on.
is like, so I have the brawn to help win. You have the social game like crazy, and you're both. You can do challenges and you're social. So like it just works.
It evens out. So what I'm thinking, I'm voting for Tristan.
Okay.
I think we should all vote for Tristan.
So
and if
should we let one person
He
vote for
uses his
Victoria just in
pawn.
case? Like
What if
Tristan-
she uses her pawn and we have to revote?
She does.
she's not, if she thinks that everyone's voting for Tristan, she's not coming.
Here's what I'm saying.
So the real thing is he has the idol. I know I'm not using. We're all voting Tristan,
We
but if he
know.
uses his idol, whoever he votes for is out.
So we have to make like y'all can nominate me to say like I'm gonna write somebody else's name other than him, but we have to find out what name he's not gonna write.
That's the thing, is that's what I was trying to convince him. I was trying to convince him, like, hey, like, you have the power this round, so, like, tell us who you want to vote for. He didn't really give up any names, so that's the only thing.
Tell us anybody.
Yeah, all he said was that he's heard, between everybody, he's heard all of our names. But everyone's in agreement that Tristan's
I don't know how
going
he's
to vote
heard
out.
everyone's name.
Well, probably when they go to him, they talk about us.
Yeah, because I was like,
But that's the thing. Everyone wants to vote him off. The only problem is he has the idol. And I'm trying to convince him not to use it, just because we know he has the power, so why would he use it? He's got the power this round.
Exactly.
And I voted for him like, yeah, I have an idol too, but I'm not using it. I know I'm not. So
She's not using her idol, but she's scared that Tristan's
I'm
gonna
scared
use it.
whoever he votes for gets out.
like, tell him, okay, I'm gonna say I'm voting Walter, but I'm gonna write Tristan.
Okay.
So
Well, no,
that'll give him an edge. So he'll be like, oh, Gracie's gonna vote for Walter too. I'll vote for Walter.
Okay.
But if he, okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we can convince him not to use his idol, that's when it really counts.
Well, if we can all convince him that we're voting for somebody else,
Exactly,
and
that's
him.
what
So
I'm
then you
trying to
won't
do.
use idols.
And that's
So
why
you want to try to spread the votes a little bit more?
No,
Is that
we
what-
want everyone to write Tristan. I'm gonna write
everyone
Tristan,
but
he's
want
gonna
him to
think
of
I'm
writing
writing
Walter.
Because
That way he's like,
he
oh, then
doesn't
I'm
use-
safe. I don't need to use
My
it.
name was
So
just
when-
thrown into. We're gonna volunteer you.
Well, I think you're the one that he's thinking of.
Oh.
that's the
And
only reason.
that's
Yeah,
why-
yeah, I know.
So
I'm
it would be
just-
the easiest way to convince him to vote for someone else if we haven't voted for you.
No, I got it.
So if we all say that we're
I think it's pretty.
I'm about to go off with that. So I'm gonna go
It's
off.
pretty safe to say that like everyone seems to be pretty set on Tristan.
everyone
So
is.
yeah, okay.
So we just,
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm going.
I'm still thinking Victoria.
Okay. So. I know.
Yeah, I agree with that. To be honest.
Yeah, but
She was asking me who I was, and I was like,
who she want to vote? Who she say?
I don't know. I don't think I got that from her. Walter might get it from her.
Has there been any other names besides?
No, I just kind of told her that everyone's name was thrown out, including mine. So I don't know if that was
No, for sure.
I don't know, man. I'm sketched out because there's always a big thing there's always a target on the person's back who sits out. And I know
We all
Grace
sucked-
sat out.
We all sucked in that challenge, so like it doesn't matter. We all sucked. We sucked as a group.
I think I'm gonna vote Walter.
Okay. It's really just like a coin toss. I've pretty much heard every name.
Yeah. Me
Every time I walk to somebody, oh yeah, I've heard your name, and I've heard my name. So, I mean, I just don't know if you have enough people to vote for Walter. That's the only thing. Do you?
I know Tim's gonna vote for Walter because we were just talking about it.
Okay.
Sorry, that was loud. I know Tim's gonna vote for Walter.
She is.
Tristan! You've been summoned.
Okay. Now. We're walking around saying we're voting Walter out. That makes it right, Tristan.
Let's straighten this mess out.
You're trying to get Tristan to not use his idol.
Tim was voting for you.
I just said that. That you voted for Walter.
Oh, that's what you said. Yeah, because Vic wants to put in that.
We want him to not use his idol so that when we vote, we all write his name. He gets voted out.
Vic wants to put in his head that I'm getting voted off. So
Yeah, so he votes. And doesn't use his idol.
I just had Hannah say, dude, if you play your idol, play it. But if you trust us to vote out Victoria, good. He's like, I don't know.
You're thinking about one of Victoria. Oh, goodness. We have to focus on one name.
No,
I know, but we have to focus on one name.
That's the name he's throwing. He's gone home.
Yeah, she just doesn't know that.
He's gone.
That's why I wasn't gonna. Because
Okay,
I
I did not know that.
All I'm
He's
saying is,
gone home.
I don't want all 5 of us vote for him, and then his one vote take whoever he wants.
That's what I was saying. But then we have to vote again, so we don't have to pick somebody else.
Exactly, but it's better than us all. Like, okay, so let's say.
Do we get to discuss before we vote again?
It doesn't. It's not a revote. Correct me if I'm wrong, Thomas. It's not a revote. It's just whoever has the most.
So let's say
votes
us 5
for
vote.
the
Let's say,
ballot.
hey, let's say
But then
us.
there'd be 2 different names.
No, here's what I'm saying. So let's
That
say,
would be the best
let's
way.
say all 5 of us vote for him. He plays the idol. Whoever he votes for will have
Is
the
out.
only vote, and is out. So I was saying one of us 5.
We'll write somebody else's name. That's what I was
That way,
saying.
that way it counteracts, and then we revote and
Okay,
vote out.
so if we,
I think we're all voting Walter. So, from what everyone else has said, Walter's up in the puck just because he really didn't look like he was hauling his weight. Like, at least you had, like, some enthusiasm, even if you weren't in it. And you were smart enough to decide, like, I'm not good at this. I'm not going to put myself out there if we don't have to. That was a smart play, and me and Grace agree. And that's what, no, and I would agree with Noah on that, too. So I think everyone's voting for Walter. If you want to save your idol, then that's the other thing. Because, like, I know I'm saving my idol. I'm not using it yet. It's not worth it. It's too early on.
Y'all three are definitely the three that I want to keep.
I agree.
As far as this tribe goes, I would really like to keep y'all three. If everyone votes Tristan, and
He votes Victoria.
I am okay with
Losing
losing
Victoria.
But how do we know for
Okay.
sure? Okay,
Somebody
the
has to-
only
okay,
person
she's trying to-
the only person,
It's okay.
yeah, the only person who thinks Victoria is her.
Trust me when I say this. Vote for Victoria. Use your idol. You will be safe if Victoria will be out. Trust me.
So are you telling me you want to vote me?
Me, Noah, and Walter are going to, and Grace are going to vote for you. Only if you use your idol. If you don't want to use your idol, we'll put someone else up. We'll just vote Victoria outright because she doesn't think she's going to get eliminated. But if you're comfortable with using your idol, use your idol. We'll vote for you. Your vote will be the only vote that counts. So put anyone you want up, and they will be eliminated.
Okay, on one candidate, I want that other idol to be available to me. I don't want it to be a single person thing. I want it to be available to the team.
It's Victoria's. So if she gets eliminated, she doesn't use it.
Well, she's already told me she's definitely not using it, and she thinks she has full control over it.
I like that. I don't think anyone deserves it at this point. So we can handle that at a certain point.
So he's really convinced that we're voting you.
Walter?
Yeah, even though we're voting him. So I don't think he's going to use the idol.
That's Noah.
Hi, y'all. So yeah, she was throwing my name around, but really we're voting for her.
So are we voting for her like straight
Yes,
out, or
yes. She was the only one who was throwing my name.
Hello, Orange Team. Welcome to your second Tribal Council in a row. Wow. I won't lie to y'all, that was rough, and it was hard for me to watch as a viewer. Tim,
It's hard for me to watch.
were you terrible, or was Walter terrible, or were you both terrible?
It's really hard to say.
It's a hard-
And that's like the
It's a
chopstick
hard-
challenge, you can't point fingers because
Because everyone sucks equally.
it's really easy to mess up.
We think the problem was the challenge.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a challenge. Actually, the challenge was flawed.
Okay, the game was
Yeah,
flawed?
You're horrible. Taylor. That's
We're voting
awful.
you off.
That's fine, I can handle it. Who was the caller?
Victoria.
Hi.
How do we rate Victoria as the caller here?
Wait,
I was
the
gonna
only
pass
one
her
who
because
asked.
the green team was still last to do that part.
you're right. We didn't lose that part, so.
Exactly. I got my
We just didn't get
blocks.
past the next part.
Yeah.
Alright, and ultimately it does come down to a vote. So, there are two known immunity idols in this group. Noah, what kind of role does that play in the strategizing?
I mean, you obviously have to assume that if someone feels scared, they're going to play it.
Mm-hmm.
But you also got to look at it at the point of, I mean, it's still early. There's still 18 people in this game. So to burn one like that, it doesn't make sense.
And Tristan, what's the tone of the group? Like, is there a consensus vote, or is it split? Do you even know what's going on? What's happening?
I sure the hell hope I know what's going on. Because I definitely could be being bamboozled right now.
Hopefully we have a consensus and I'm not about to get hit in the butt.
Why is Tristan the vote?
We feel like we have a stronger team without him. So it'd be better.
And who do you trust the most right now?
Probably Noah.
I'm gonna vote for Victoria and hope that everyone else is doing the same. There's kind of a lot of sketchiness back there, so I don't really know. I don't know what's going on. I just hope that the group is telling me what they are doing, because pretty much everyone's name was thrown out.
Mm-hmm. Who will you be voting for today?
Victoria.
And why?
Because she is really ambitious and super adamant about everything that she puts out there, and she has little consideration for what others in the tribe have wanted to do up to this point, and I feel like everyone else would be much more of a team player than she would. So
It's either I'm super fucked because I went through every conversation and they were talking about like split moves and everything. Everybody's name came up with mine.
Before I read the votes, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you want to play it, now is the time to do so. Alright. I'll read the votes. First vote. Victoria. That's one vote, Victoria. Next vote. Tristan. That's one vote, Tristan. One vote, Victoria. Next vote. Tristan. That's two votes, Tristan. One vote, Victoria. Next vote. Victoria.
Okay.
That's two votes, Victoria. Two votes, Tristan. Next vote. Tristan. Three votes, Tristan. Two votes, Victoria. Next vote. The person voted out of Survivor, Foggy Bog, is Tristan. I'm sorry, Tristan, but you have been voted
Good
out.
luck finding the idol, bitches!
We saw where you put it, bitch. Oh, Jesus Lord.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Did you really? No, I just want like.
Yeah. Sorry.
Where is it?
That was
Sorry,
so
sis.
aggressive. Oh
Where
my
is it?
god.
He's not gonna tell you because then you can take it.
Yeah.
Well, me? No, I can't do anything after I'm out of the game.
Yeah.
Then you can move it.
Who knows where it is, they'll tell you.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Tristan, I'm sorry, but the tribe has spoken. But you will have a chance to get back in this game. Good luck in Redemption Island.